Good afternoon. Welcome to Unbearable 73. I'm your host, Matt. I'm going to give you my review of Saturday night's main event for January 24th, 2026. Be a fairly short review, and I'll usually spoilers for the wrestling matches. So there were four matches. The first match was between Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes. Jacob entered the ring, Cody entered the ring, the fans were singing his song. And before he could fully undress and do his routine, Jacob jumped him, preempting the start of the match. And what they elected to do was have Cody and Jacob go on an all-out brawl, never getting to start of the match. Guys like security guys and referees running to try to break them up, and Jacob and Cody both knocking them out and stuff. This turned into the best brawl since Brock and The Undertaker from back the year the Undertaker streak ended. It went all over the building, went through the stands twice or three times. I guess, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, okay. And I thought it was a perfect brawl, perfect type of thing. And then they, in my opinion, now, granted, when we did this on Wednesday Night Overbooked, we all thought there'd be outside interference to an actual match, but they never started or even had an actual match. There was no need for outside interference. Yeah, Drew McIntyre comes out and knocks them both out and steals, in my view, stole the momentum of their what they had just built. Okay, so I was not happy with that. What I would have done is with this brawl, have fake cops come in, arrest them both, take them out in handcuffs, and have a W representative say, you're both suspended for a month until we resolve the police matters or whatever. A month from now, it comes back, and the general manager comes and says, you two are going to have a real match this time, and still happy to be out of the ring. We're going to have a lumberjack match. So they have a lumberjack match, but it degenerates into a double DQ, all-out brawl. They get the wrestlers involved, and again, they get suspended one more time. And then when they come back, this will be like early to mid-March, Road to WrestleMania, Triple H would walk out with his rubber sledgehammer, call them out, poke them both in the chest, say, you want to start something with me? You know? Since you two can't keep it in the ring, there's one answer to that. WrestleMania Night 1, Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, Hell in a Cell. And that would end the feud in a great way. Give Cody something to do nothing with the title. Jacob something to do nothing with the title. Cody something to do that has nothing to do with the title. Jacob something to do that has nothing with the title. And have a phenomenal feud. Remember, they're both basically faces. And this is the type of this would be a bad blood feud. At the end of it, whoever wins. It's going to be Cody most likely. If they follow my program, then they could get up and they could shake it, and then go on to a phase where they team up against someone after the wrestling feud ends or whatever. That's one option, but they did not need Drew McIntyre to interfere at this point. Okay. The next match was a women's tag title, which I think most of us love what they're doing with the women's tag title. We like what's called a Rio, which is Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, and they went against Liv and Roxy, and Roxanne Perez is amazing. Io's amazing. Rhea and Liv are really good. This was a pretty good match. Had nice back and forth. They did not abuse the full finishes and the kick and escaping from finishes. So that was so the wrestlers scripted a good match here in the ring. Happy with the outcome. I like Raquel coming out with, beasting. I am becoming a big Raquel Rodriguez fan. She clearly is a powerful woman. She reminds me of Chris Statlander, a tall woman with legitimate power. She doesn't look like she's athletic. She works clean in the ring from my perception. So she's going places. And Stephanie Wakura makes her post-boot appearance. So Stephanie's going to have a rival with Raquel, which worked out. So happy with that match. That was Then we get to the match of the night, and I understand there's a time limit on this, and I had to devote all that time to the final match. But if this is the final match of Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles to cross swords, so to speak, and if you've never seen strictly in terms of well, they'll argue better storylines that have ended in matches, and argue better matches that have ended storylines. But this is the best match to end a storyline ever was at Wrestle Kingdom 10. I don't know. It was Wrestle Kingdom in 2010 or 2011 with AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. It's the best match you will ever see. And these guys have wrestled both with and against each other in tag and singles for like 2 decades now. If this is the end of it, they put on a banger. I almost wish AJ ended it with Shinsuke's move out of respect for him. But I don't think AJ can really make a Kinshasa look good. We'll see. And this was a 9.5 out of 10 for me. I love this match. And then the final match, and I loved also that they fist bumped and all the aftermath of it. And then the final match was a fatal 4-way. Really good, really good. We knew Sammy was winning this because of where Royal Rumble is. Really good match, not as good as the previous 2. Maybe 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, somewhere in there. I thought it was a good Saturday night's main event. It felt, granted, I watched it on the replay, so when they clean it up a little bit in terms of pauses, and I skip, and you can skip the crap between the matches, but enjoyable. This was an enjoyable Saturday night's main event. Overall, I would rate it a 9 out of 10. If you have any comments, put them down below. I'll answer. I'll respond. Thank you for listening. This has been my review of Saturday night's main event for January 24th, 2026. Have a great afternoon.